I recorded on this a while ago. It was quite the lightning too.
It looks pretty bright there, though. You know, the camera's deceiving, right? It
Yeah.
must be darker than that.
Put YouTube on too. I'll put a little introduction if you want. Good lighting too.
Welcome to the U.S. Capitol building. If you joined us today for the insurrection, please make sure you pick up a promotional leaflet on the way in. Stay inside the city for a little time.
So did you hear that Pfizer plant in North Carolina got hit by a tornado?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, factory just demolished. Pfizer factory in North Carolina, like last Friday, I think it was.
Good version today. Short version of instruction. What's up, everybody?
Got the date, the time, everything on that camera. Basically green there anyways.
Oh yeah, it's green for sure.
Yeah.
I've used a fire pit for like 2 months now. First it was too dry now.
Enough smoke in the air, right?
What's that?
I said there was enough smoke in the air.
Yeah, and it was too dry for a while.
The fire, you had a fire ban, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been hazy here from the smoke still too all week.
Yeah.
All those
Hopefully there's
fires in
rain to
BC,
clear it out.
all those fires in BC, like over 400. It was a strange year this year, I'll tell you. Very strange.
And it looks like all Canada's on fire.
I know.
Just about.
All the northern forest, the boreal forest. It'd take 100 years to repair all that damage by Mother Nature.
40, 50 years, everything will grow back.
100 years, it's the slowest growing forest in the world.
I think it's part of been hit by lightning. Dry lightning starting.
Trees just have a short growing season up there, so they don't grow very fast.
Up near the tree line, they're like just
I don't think it's getting closer.
6 inches in diameter and 20 feet tall. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, Villain, what's up?
Happened
Mr.
villain.
Villain, afternoon, and there's some lightning.
I have this on Rumble too, so but I haven't looked over there. So I don't. No one's probably chatting, but
I'd have to fire my other computer up. Not that it'd take long, it's just in sleep, so. And it's got an S.
there's nobody there.
Sleep, so. It's got an SSD hard drive in it, but it loads so fucking fast. SSD hard drive in it, but it loads so fucking.
Oops.
Echo.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Afternoon, villain.
No, for as much stuff I got on that old computer, That computer's got, at least 30 years worth of data on it. What? He's big fat now. He's big fat. He's big fatty. He's big fatty. Who's here? Uncle Katie here? Uncle Katie? Yeah, you know who he is. So he's already here, Dad. I don't have to bark at him now.
Bad thunder. Here comes the wife. Huh?
Thunder? I didn't hear it.
All right.
Oh, there's the thunder. The thunder from down under. Fly by.
Hey, bye bye. Okay.
Rib jail.
I looked
Oh,
it up
having
on
fun. Having
Weather
the
Channel.
fun. Fun of the territories.
We got a lot of wind coming towards us.
Yeah, see when Nova Scotia got this flash flood, they had like 300 millimeters of rain in 2 hours. A month's worth. A month's worth of rain in 2 hours. Oh yeah.
Yeah, way down here, it's all dry down where you are. Oh, what up with Howard is? Well, Howard's getting coming his way.
It's just over Hamilton.
Do, 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 do. I didn't take any video of my plants this week. But they're still growing. I didn't upsize them. I should have upsized them into 5-gallon pots, but I didn't. So, well,
It's all good. It'll all happen when it
That's right.
happens. It'll all happen when it happens. Yeah, I start running 5-gallon and keep them at 5-gallon and that's it. No upsizing, just 5-gallon. There you go.
I've never used cocoa before. That's what I'm trying here.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
So I put them in 1-gallon pots to start with, and they growing fast. So Midwest says the biggest I should use is 5 gallons. So that's what I'm gonna do.
He likes the small pots anyways, right?
Yeah, I think so. Usually use 3 gallons. But
Yeah. If my plants end up 6 feet tall, I'd be very happy. After you top them a couple times, so they still get to 6 feet, there's a lot of colas on those things.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to do another batch of coconut oil this week. Do another batch of cookies. Down to the last few.
Last few cookies, huh?
Yeah,
You cook them or does the wife cook them?
I do them. She doesn't know how
Uh-huh.
to do them the way I do them.
Ah,
Ah, they're special, you know. I got the system down 100%. They're really good. You don't even taste the weed. It just tastes like,
I can't eat cookies. They're gonna make me fat. What are you doing?
yeah, I know. Brain food. My cookies are brain food. That's the name of the strain I got from Frosty, brain food. Yeah, it's quiet when Seven's not around.
We could talk about 7.
Yeah, we could. What's to talk about? You know, he's an open book. That boy's an open book. Some of the stories he comes up with over the past year that I've, you know, kind of talking about his work experiences just blow me away. That's
Well, I kind of know where he was working at, and it's
Right.
like doesn't get much bigger than that, you know.
hey, it's a hell of an experience, the whole lifetime worth of job, you know, life's
I
experience.
can't imagine doing what he did, you know.
No way. See the things every day. You see something different. It involves people and what they're doing
Basically-
with their lives. And
Massachusetts, New York City is what he's in. I mean, it's not in Boston, but you know, it's in a big city.
yeah,
I'm sure he went to all kinds of, you know, shit just like you have in New York.
exactly right. I always think about the firefighters at 9/11. Everybody's running away from those fucking buildings and they're carrying hoses and marching up the stairwell to get to the fire, and then they fucking end up perishing in the fucking collapse. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
You're just wrong place, wrong time. What's your fate, right?
So last week, Midwest, you were talking about stopping. Is that still in your brain or?
I am gonna stop. I'm gonna quit for a little while.
Gonna what?
I'll quit
Quit.
girl for a little while.
Oh, I thought you said quit smoking.
Oh, no,
No, no.
no.
Can't do that. That's sacrilege.
I mean, I probably got 1.5 pounds of weed sitting here, so. More than I can smoke.
That would last me maybe a month and a half.
Pound, 16 ounces or 28 ounces?
Pound and a half, you said, right?
Huh?
You said a pound and a half. So 26 ounces, right? But anyways. Yeah, I can see me smoking that in a month and a half, 6 weeks. Fuck yeah. But it's, you know, me plus the wife, you know. I know I smoke all of it most of the
Yeah, well, it's just here.
You have to buy more papers.
Wait, I buy my papers at 300 times. Threw away one today.
Uh, all that paper's no good for you. It interferes with the flavor of the weed. You have to put it in a bowl.
Yeah, I gotta get better at jarring it up and trimming and all that shit. And, making it last for a long period of time and usually a bunch of different flavors. That's a good thing.
You ever thought about doing edibles?
No, I'm
You
bad
don't like-
enough. I'm bad
You don't
enough.
like edibles?
I'm
You don't
losing
like
weight.
edibles?
Remember? I'm
I've been
down 30
catching-
pounds. I'm down
Yeah,
30
I
pounds.
know,
Don't get
I
me eating
know.
shit, okay?
I know, edibles are different.
I mean, I don't sit here and smoke all day, so I have stuff to do in the morning and
Right.
I have my, I'm
I'm-
a farm boy, I have my morning chores. I don't smoke until after lunch at least most of the time, because I'm up going as soon as I get up in the morning.
All day, every day for me. Wake and bake, first thing I do. Coffee first, but then joint goes in.
Yeah, well,
After.
you need the caffeine to get the THC rolling. Wake you up to put you high, to get you high, because you can only get high if you're asleep, right? You need the caffeine to wake you up. Then you get
If I
high.
didn't smoke weed, I would be so fucking hyper. It's insane. I used to be like that. I was so fucking hyper. So I smoke weed to mellow me out, chill out.
That's nice, that's nice. The reason for everything.
I'm still hyper. Especially in the mornings when I wake up after a good night's sleep.
Well, I don't do so great in the morning because I always have fucking, guaranteed 2, 4, 6 in the morning. I get up, all 3 times,
Sleep right through like a baby. Very seldom I have to get up or.
Well, I can't sleep when the sun's out, so. Once the sun comes up,
That's it, yeah.
that's it. I can't sleep. I can't go back to sleep.
Last couple of grows though, I have been growing monocultures, so one strain. So, and it never lasts to the next one. So I never have enough to, have a bunch of different strains going. Although it was good when I used to run a bunch of different strains at once, but then the plants would all be fucked up. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. I grow different strains.
Yeah, I'm not very big on names. Names of weed don't mean anything to me. It's
Yeah,
just
me too.
It's the same thing that all these stupid freaking handles, this GB weed, or this is,
I got today's buds getting low.
yeah, that's right. Today's bud is near the end. All these crazy names they come up with, doesn't mean a thing. It's the product, it's the bud, it's the high. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's trying to cloud us outside. It'll give me a good chance to clean my grow room up. I'll probably grow it or clean it up. And just grow smaller mounts.
I think just, one good plant.
Well, an 8x12 flower room is pretty good, so,
Why? That's an awful big plant. I'm not saying that big.
well, I mean, I usually row down the middle so I can get in there and water, but
Put one in the middle so you can walk all the way around it.
That's 2 4x8s, so
I only have 2 down in my flower room right now, and it's, 10 by 25, so. I got 10 in my veg area.
so I'll probably just cut it down and cut my flower room in half. And grow in 1 4x8. 4 plants, each 4x4 area.
You have grown in 5-gallon pots with cocoa, is that correct? Because you suggested to me that I use 5-gallon.
Yeah, you really don't need 5 gallons, so
That's what I thought you'd say 3-gallon be your recommendation.
yeah, cocoa's good for growing fast in small pots. I mean, you can get big plants, but it just like Carl's, but it just, what's he in? Is he, what do you say, 10-gallon pots?
I don't know how big his pots are. Maybe they're big.
They're big though, yeah. But I don't like to veg my plants that long. It's not that I can't veg a plant. I mean, shit, my mother's are in 3-gallon pots and they're freaking 4 foot around.
To me, the limiting factor to me was always the height of my ceilings. I have 7-foot ceilings, and then the lights, hang down a foot, 1.5 feet. And you need 18 inches below that.
No, I hang them as close to the ceiling as I can get them.
You can not walk under them, or you can walk under your lights, or no? I
No,
can't walk under my lights.
not without bending over.
Right.
I only have 7-foot ceilings too. I mean, I got a foot over my head, but
Right. So when you hang the lights, they're at 5.5 feet, probably, right? Just like mine. And that was always the limiting.
no, they're above my eye level. I like
There's
to keep my eye
There's
level.
a foot on the bottom from the planter itself, right? There's a foot of dirt at least at the bottom.
I'm running about running about 600 watts in 1 4x8. Well, and I'm not even running the other 4x8, the other side of the grill room for the flower room.
There's mine. Good view of my.
And right now, all my plants in my veg room are only under 260 watts. And there's a lot of big plants.
2 plants downstairs. I never see that. I think pretty sure you do. No, you don't. Change it. That's my plants downstairs. Well, not now, but earlier. You can see the ceilings like right there. So I had plants already. I'd say those plants only like 3 feet tall,
Yeah,
but that's in soil too. So, completely different. One light.
I'm always trimming cakes, always trimming.
Lightning.
I'm gonna get a break this fall.
I have no CO2 right now, so I didn't go looking for CO2 either, because my grocery store closed. I used to get CO2 from. And I could get it from the welding supply, but that was like $25 for that. So I don't want to spend $50 my 2 tanks of CO2. So I might just cut back on that too.
You got a gas hot water heater?
Yes, we do. And
Yeah,
there's downstairs.
you got enough CO2 in there.
Well, my meter, I have a, a bunch of meters down there tell me what the CO2 level is. So it's typically like 415.
Yeah. That's a little over ambient.
Yeah.
It's enough. I don't run CO2.
Wait, for a long time I didn't too.
Not saying it don't help, I'm just saying you don't actually need it, they evolved in less CO2 than that, actually, so.
Yeah, it always drives me crazy when people like Howard talk about global warming. They don't like CO2. Well, fucking plants like CO2 and they give us oxygen. So I like that. Plus I eat the plants and smoke the plants. Sorry, Howard.
You pick it on me? You pick it on me? Because I like electric cars, eh?
I have an electric bike, so
And
I
there
like
you
that.
go. You like
Mhm.
electricity,
I'm
Nice,
trying to do the
clean.
solar thing.
clean, renewable, stored, you can store it, stored energy from the sun.
I didn't worry about the
Tesla-
lightning storm going by. I knew I was all set with my battery here.
It's still generating power. The panel's still putting out power,
No. Well, actually, yes, it is giving me 3 watts
Yeah.
right a second.
minimum amount,
3
right?
watts.
Ah, see, Beasley, it's still generating even though it's cloudy. It's pretty unique. The Tesla solar roof, that's the system. It looks like shingles. It doesn't look like a panel. And then they have these power walls, big, huge battery banks that charge every day and top up. And then if you run out, you can always grab grid power, but you can be self-sustaining.
7 will be home in 20 minutes.
Yeah, cool.
That is out right now, but he'll be home in 20 minutes. And also I was gonna bring up 7 because 7 would say with a Tesla Powerwall and the solar panels on your roof, they won't, the firefighters would say, fuck you. I ain't going up there.
No, not with
That's
lithium.
why you have insurance. Let the place burn down.
Let it blaze burn
Who
down.
cares? As long as you're safe.
Well, all the pictures, all the
Material-
memories they have in the
material
house.
things
you
can be
know?
replaced. Let it all burn down. Who cares?
Until we
You gotta
find
back up in the cloud.
storage, then solar is not gonna get us. It's the storage is always gonna get us until we find a way to store the energy, then.
That's right. They have the power walls, the
That-
battery backups. They do that in Australia. The whole
Listen, my
grid,
lithium ion
the
phosphate.
Australia grid is backed up by Tesla.
In Arizona, they got big old fields in Arizona and Southern California, fields of solar
panels.
array.
Yeah. Well, they're not utilizing it properly.
He's right. It's the batteries that matter. It's not collecting the solar.
Batteries.
It's the batteries.
Storage, to use it when the sun's not out, you got to store that.
Tesla put out these mega packs. These mega packs, they put an entire field of them in Australia, and it reserves the power generated and balances out the entire grid for Australia. That's how big these mega packs are.
And
They
what
actually,
population of Australia?
well, whatever it is, but they're reinforcing the entire grid so they don't get blackouts with the battery packs, with the mega packs. They're huge things. They're like the size of semi trucks. And they're
Yeah.
all full of batteries. There's hundreds of them, like hundreds, like not just a few, 100. Mega, the size of semi trucks,
1,025
battery
watts
packs.
per square meter is what the sun delivers on a sunny day.
How many?
1,025 watts per square meter
Right.
is what the sun delivers.
I thought it was 14.
Sorry,
I thought it was
most solar
1400
panels like
watts.
21% collection of that.
Well, somebody's gonna the new Edison is gonna come along and invent a solar panel that's 80% efficient. It's gonna happen.
That needs to happen. Yeah.
That needs to happen.
Batteries
Yeah,
don't matter, but
that's right. It's still in the infancy, but that needs to happen. And somebody will somebody will be smart enough to figure it out and check this, look what I did, you know. There's always these guys who are inventing things, right?
I'm fucking amazed with what plants can do, you know? Look at the fucking stuff we smoke, you know? We watch it fucking grow, you know, in 4 months and
Well,
I'm
it's
smoking the
still-
shit.
It's like the mycelium in the earth for
Yeah.
mushrooms, right? It's the international web of mycelium.
I mean, it's everywhere, all the bacteria, bugs, microscopic insects, you know. It's all around us. Why try to be so clean? We were, you know, we've lived the whole time. Our whole existence, we've lived in this biological sphere with all this shit around us, you know.
I'm sure back in the day, you know, the lifespan was very short because they didn't have all the knowledge and expertise on eating bad or diseased food or eating the
You
wrong.
want to hear,
food at
you
the
want to hear a
wrong
fucked up
time or-
stat that I heard the other day? This one blew my mind. In 1966, the average age of the American lifespan was 61 years old.
And when?
1966. The average age a person would live to be is 61.
And what's it now?
That's fucking 78 now.
See?
But still,
Advances in medicine, medical
I was like,
advances.
damn, man, I would be almost dead if I lived back then. I was born in 64.
I think the life expectancy at the turn of the century was like 50,
Right.
something like that. Changes in 100 years.
It
it's
would
gone
be, it
up
would be
30 years.
expired old cats back then.
Yeah,
It was a lot different back then, though.
well, the things they didn't have that we have now, like modern refrigeration and food storage and
I mean,
Penicillin.
everything was like pickled or salted, right? That's the way they preserve things
dental
back
work, you
then.
know, that's probably one of the biggest things, dental work, where people didn't lose some teeth.
Right, right. How many people died of a dental infection? There was a story that I heard in South America years ago when I was a kid. There was a guy in the jungle, way in the middle of the Amazon, and he was in pain with a toothache. He's miles away from a dentist, so he actually took out a gun, and shot out his tooth from the inside out, just to relieve the pain. I heard that story on Cringe Joel.
Yikes.
That desperate to
Hey,
shoot out a tooth. Like, wow, crazy stuff. Blow out half the side of your face.
What needs a wrench? What Jordan needs a wrench?
You know him?
No,
Oh,
What?
okay.
yeah, you said hi to him, so. Don't know him.
We are people.
If he chats back up some more, then I'll look at it, see what he chats about.
I can't get his damn page up. Damn. Oh, well.
I don't think I set it for 18 plus, so YouTube will probably come back and make it 18 plus here later tonight.
Got one video up there, bugs and medicinal plants showcased. Not his, but
Hey, Brett.
some chick smoking it. Oh, they're showing the bugs. Oh, man, that's freaky. I don't want to see that.
Smoking bugs.
Yeah, I'll put the link up for. I'll put it on.
Grasshoppers are caterpillars. Oh,
Just a second. There you go.
It's just
Oh.
starting to rain here.
All right. Should see it now. And I will replay it.
Go ahead and I'll spotlight you.
She's smoking bugs? Oh yeah, there's bugs.
I'll show it. That was his plant. That was a picture. His view. I don't like bugs, so I can't give you a thumbs up.
So what kind of bugs are those?
They were too big to be spider mites or anything, so I don't know what they were.
Regular spiders.
There's something on there that looked like a male flower to me. Looked like a male.
Extra protein.
Rokowski, what's going on?
Hey, Grokowski, professor. Where's the professor?
He's an old grower.
No one talking, I'm coughing. That's my problem. Old
And I'm
lung.
letting him, hog the mic by coughing.
Old lungs. I guess I could do that. I could still keep growing and then just wash it all or extract it to make edibles.
I would recommend that, right, Howard?
That's right. Edibles.
I'm sure that you'd be able to, I don't know if, trying to sell them or anything like that, but older folks would probably enjoy edibles versus smoking.
That's right. That's right. Tell you, when we were 18, we used to go up to Lake Simcoe and have a party, like 90 kids. So we bring up a quarter pound and we sit around all afternoon, rolling joints. We'd roll the whole quarter pound. Then the elders who were there, we made them some hash brownies. So we had a live band and music that evening, and everybody was puffing, and we give all the elders brownies. Here, try our brownies. Try our brownies, and everybody was getting buzzed. It was really good. Mr. Koski, yes, sir. Professor, the way he grows, he's like a professor. He's got a chart down and does all the precision measurements. Paul Koski, the professor.
Big fights this Saturday that we are excited about.
Somebody said there were good fights this weekend.
UFC, but I don't know when the early dates come. I just watch them all,
That's right. If it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be no fights, Cobra. If it wasn't for you, see, you're
Oh, there's lots of fucking
the main man.
like that.
You're the main man. Cobra. They're like, I really appreciate what you do. So I don't know how many times I told you that, but I do.
Well, thanks, Howard.
Hey,
You're welcome.
you're the glue that holds the factory together, right?
I don't know if we're glue.
Well,
I don't know if we'll hold
whatever.
the shit together, but
Whatever, it's just an expression. It's like, you're the sunshine of my life. On a cloudy day, you make me happy on a cloudy day. So,
Oh, Intel officer swears aliens exist and US has alien.
I watched that thing today. That hearing on UAPs. I recorded a good portion of it too.
What
It
is
was
that?
a big
That's what you're
fucking
talking
nothing
about?
burger is what I heard.
Big nothing burger?
Yep. All the same bullshit.
All
Oh,
this,
tell you here.
they're just all distractions
Yeah.
from the real problems. Inflation. Just want people to talk about something besides what's really going on. I see gas went up here freaking at around my place, 30 cents. Over the weekend. Since Monday,
30 cents a gallon.
30 cents a gallon.
Wow.
It's 3.89 now.
What's happening, man?
It's 3.59 this week.
Mr. Seven.
Hey, Seven.
Mr. Seven.
What's happening, Joker?
We're just talking about the UAP hearing today at Congress.
What's a UAP?
UFO shit.
Oh,
It's a big nothing burger. That's what it basically turned out to be.
what a distraction. Do you hear
Yeah.
what these
I
pricks,
think what Midwest said.
That's exactly what he said.
do you hear what these pricks are doing, man? I mean, they've taken the family trust now. That was a revocable family trust, right? You put your shit into, and they made it taxable. So they can get your hands on your insurance money that you leave for your kids. Then they can value your house, and even if it's paid for, they'll tax the fucking shit out of your house and say, oh no, you owe that now, inheritance tax.
Yep.
These motherfuckers, they're doing some dirty deeds, and they're getting everybody concerned with the trannies and the gays, and all this is all fucking bullshit, man. It's what they're doing behind the
Well,
scenes, man.
Hold on, I gotta put a commercial in there. for you.
And it's-
They're shoving their head deeper into your pocket and you don't even know it.
Oh, without a doubt.
Weed every day.
I've told you guys before, around me, there's multiple housing. I've talked to some other people I know around the state and around the country. And they're building fucking apartment buildings like a mother to house all these illegal aliens, man.
Around here too, we built a lot of apartment buildings
And they ain't filling them up with Americans,
in
man.
big cities.
Yep.
They fill up as soon as they get them done too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're getting $2,000 a month around here. For a 1 bedroom. And
Yeah.
I'm sure they're subsidized by Uncle Sam. Fucking nice. Wicked.
Trudeau brings over all these immigrants and they're sleeping out on their street for 3 weeks. They have them sleeping out, 60, 70 of them sleeping out on the street in front of the government agency to deal with
Right.
settling them in. And finally, a church group came along and grabbed them all and took them in and get them some housing, give them some basement in a church to sleep in at least, you know, on a cot instead of out in the open in the frickin' rain with all their suitcases. Like, there's big housing shortage. All the governments are talking about building, we've got to build more houses. Bullshit.
Look at New York. They're fucking they're overrun with them. The sanctuary city. They're like, no, we can't take it anymore.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What a bunch of fucking screaming fucking,
New York City, forget about Texas, they're all coming through.
you know, they're coming to fucking New York City, man, and they want some fucking space. And it ain't happening. That motherfucker's shipping them all over the place. I guess they're coming in by the busload and he's sending them out by the truckload. Fucking world's gone crazy, man.
It really is.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can't keep up with it. I don't even buy into all the nonsense. The other day they were saying that, oh yeah, the federal government wants to take your hot water heater. Oh, shut the fuck up. Well, what did you do behind the scenes that was dirty today? You want me to go talk about hot water heaters? Go fuck yourself. You fucking people are out of fucking control. What the fuck are they? What did they do that they don't want you to know about? Water heaters. Oh yeah, I'm real concerned.
Biden's plea deal fell through.
Yeah, fuck you. You're gonna come and take my water heater? Yeah, good luck. Take my gun with it. Fucking, they're just out of control, man. It's just fucking crazy. But
Everything's out of control.
it really is. I mean, it's what's left is right, what's up is down. You know, I mean, it's just insane. But anyhow, I was over my plumber's house, man. He came with this fucking really good weed, man. I'm like paranoid driving home.
Oh, yeah.
It's called New Glue. It smells like just like Midwest Gorilla Glue, but it was called New Glue, and he got it from his buddy as a vet, and he gets a 40% discount plus no taxes at the dispensary. So he's getting it for fucking cheaper than you can get it on the street. So he goes,
Midwest talking about stop and growing because of that.
yeah. So he's going, I'll tell you what, especially with the price of electricity now, man, my wife is giving me more shit every fucking day. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But around here, dispensaries are expensive. But if I can get a connection like that, you know, it'd be worth it. Just grow outdoors, maybe grow up in Maine. My son and his fucking 7 buddies were up there over the weekend.
Place is still standing?
Yeah, they had fun.
Yeah.
Like fucking typical fucking teenager. I know most of them, you know, and 4 of them were in my scout troop, so I know them. And but anyway, they're decent kids. They're up there fucking getting soused, man, fucking smoking weed and drinking beers. And there's nowhere to go. You can't hurt anybody up there, you know. It's like, don't do anything fucking stupid. Don't get drunk and go on the boat, you know. But he goes, yeah, he goes, most of the time we spent fishing. They were fishing off the dock and stuff. He goes, I wouldn't let them fish on the boat because no one had any license, you know. But well, yeah, I said, there's not that many game plans. And I think they make an appearance on every lake and go around and harass a few people so the word gets out that they're out there. But there's so many fucking lakes up there, they can't, and there's so few of them, you know, with boats, in my opinion, anyway. But
All it takes is one.
that's right. Exactly. That's what I told him.
All
I
it
said,
takes is one.
you get pulled over once, man. I says, you're paying the fine. I'm not.
So listen to this, we're in northern Quebec in a remote lake, 7 miles from the main lodge in this little alcove. They've got a cabin set up and we rented it for the week. So we're fishing there, and the afternoon it was a little bit windy. So we come back to the cabin, we're sitting around drinking beers. This Quebec helicopter zoom, 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 right down in front of the cabin in the water.
Yeah.
Comes over, 2 wardens jump out. One runs down to the dock, the other one comes up to the cabin to talk to us. Where's your license, boys? What you fishing for? What you got? In the middle of nowhere, this freaking helicopter is checking up on you. You're in the middle of fucking God's country, nowhere. They're checking up on you. That's all it takes.
Yeah, this buddy of mine, Roger, he was up fishing on I think he said it was in, I think he said Maine, it was somewhere up north from Boston. And he goes, he was staying at a friend's house, and had been out on the lake fishing, and he caught a couple of trout, and he brought them home, and he cleaned them, and he put them in the freezer, you know. And he was waiting to catch some more. And he was out, like the game warden comes up to him, hey, how you doing? And he goes, talking. He goes, George, he goes, he's talking to me like he's my best friend. And I tell him, oh yeah, I caught a couple yesterday. Yeah, and I got them in the freezer. That's that. The guy goes, oh no, okay, yeah, let's go take a look at those. And he goes, come up,
He hung himself.
he come up to the house and measured my frozen fucking fish.
Yeah.
And he goes, it was all legal. He goes, you know me, man. He goes, I don't break the law. He goes, but yeah, he goes, it was fucked up, man. He goes, you got to see everything I have.
Yeah, they're picky. So one year we go up with this Esnagami. It's a fly-in, okay? So you got to drive all the way up north of Thunder Bay to this place called Kippawa. And the airport's in Kippawa, so you fly out at you park your van, you load up in the water, and it takes you off. Half an hour later, you land, and you're on the lake. You fish for the whole week.
Yeah.
So as you catch fish during the week, you don't have to clean them. They have kids there that work, college kids.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they'll clean your fish for you.
Yeah, you
So
just give them a tip.
you bring them your pickerel, and they clean them up and they label them and put them in the freezer. So here comes we know we had 23. So at the end of the week, you're allowed six a person. So there's 4 of us. So that's 24. We had 23. So get on the plane. The guy comes over, gives us a garbage bag, put it in the cooler. It's all our fish for the week that had been caught. Put it in the cooler, take the cooler of the plane, fly back. So back in Kippawa, we load up the car, we drive 5 clicks out of Kippawa, 1 road in, 1 road out. Game wardens, everybody stop. They're doing a spot check. So you now, okay, show us your license. Okay, everybody's got licenses, good. How many fish do you get? We said 23. Can I count them? Yes, okay, open the cooler. He goes through all the name of our cabin was Amity. So they're labeled 2 for Amity, 3 for Amity. So he's totaling them up, and we got actually fucking 25.
Uh-oh.
1 over our limit. And he finds this package is marked 2 staff. So they inadvertently added 1 package with 2 fillets.
Yeah.
So we told him we were 23, he counted 25. He says, well, there's a problem here. I says, well, look, it's marked staff. It's not marked for our cabin. So it was not our fault that we have that extra fish. He says, well, I have to open the package. He opened the package. He takes out the fillet and he gives us the other one. He says, now you have 24. And he kept 1 for himself. And we said, what's the fine for having 1 over your limit? He says, $100. For every fish over your limit, $100.
All right.
Yep, they tag you with $100 fine. And he says, oh, on top of that, he says, you're traveling in 2 vehicles. We had the fish in 1 van. We had 24 fish in 1 van. He says, you're technically 12 over your limit. You're supposed to have 6 per person. So if you're 2 people in the van, then you have to have 12 fish in that van. So we had to
Wanted
buy
dinner.
ice. Yeah, buy ice and split up the pack to drive back. He said, in case you get stopped again. But that's, it was like being raped, you know? You never expected
Yep.
that. They're doing their job. Make you feel real good.
Have them.
Ontario Game Board. The Ministry of Natural
These
Resources.
dazzle everyone on me.
They're the worst around here.
I can imagine.
Game wardens are.
Some of them can be real pricks.
Can be. So there's that river that's close to Chicago that's got those flying fish that they leap out of. The boat goes down, the fish are jumping out of the
Flying
out of
carp.
the water.
Right.
Flying carp.
I don't know what they are, but yeah, I seen them. They're fucking huge. They hit you in the head. They're gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's an invasive species from somewhere, right? Asian
Yeah.
carp or
Yeah, they come in the fucking the ballast tanks of fucking cargo ships and shit.
that's how they got
I
the
was
zebra
sad.
mussels. Zebra mussels of the Great Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
But the only good thing, it cleared the water up. The water was all murky all the time, and the zebra mussels cleared it right up.
Is that right?
Yeah. But they block all the intake pipes for all the water
Too
consumption.
fucking
so-
bad. Get out of there.
Yeah, that's right.
It's clean the fucking
pipes.
water. Then don't complain about it, you know?
That's right. So in Toronto, they have a cooling system that goes out 3 miles into the lake. It draws water from the bottom of the lake and brings it in and distributes through all the office towers in downtown Toronto. Like as a cooling, instead of using air conditioning,
Yeah,
they circulate this cold water that they siphon from this hose at the bottom of the
How do they
lake.
power the pump?
Electricity.
How do they make the electricity?
Nuclear energy. What the hell? We got 2 nuclear plants 25 miles apart, Pickering and Darlington. What the hell? We got lots of energy here. Hydro, we have Niagara Falls.
Water.
That powers the whole province.
Air conditioners. They make
Air
fucking
conditioners.
chemicals do that shit for you instead of water. Pumping water.
Hey,
Fucking
pumping cold water and it's
What's up, man?
recirculating
Lost
it. It
art.
works. It works. Hey, lost art.
yeah, it works.
I gotta beat Lost Art one day and have some of his cabbage rolls. They sound
He's a real
fine.
Canadian. He's
Hey,
really up in fucking.
That's right. Where he
cold.
lives, he's a
That's
real
right.
Canadian. That's where my parents were from, Saskatchewan. I was there as a kid.
Is it hot over there? It's been hot as fucking blazes here, man, the past few days. I haven't put- I
He's
haven't put,
comfortable. It hasn't been bad to me all summer.
it's been fucking hot, it's like 90 degrees, humid.
Yeah, we had 30 today Celsius.
Yeah, I put my air conditioner, have the kids put the AC in my workshop, man.
Echo. What temperature is it?
Supposed to be even hotter on Friday.
Probably down to 70.
Fahrenheit.
70.
Yeah,
Seven.
70 because of the rain.
It went down to 66.
Oh, man, you're lucky.
Oh,
Let's see.
It's just starting here.
What is
The
it? here?
temperature's down to 20 here, 70.
It's
It's
yeah,
30 an hour ago.
that's warm for you though.
it is. And I mean, that's just dropping and it's 8 o'clock now. That's why.
Yeah.
Hourly, yeah, because it was,
We had a rainstorm come through it too, so
oh, nice.
dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, by 11 o'clock, it's only gonna be 73 degrees.
It's 83 here.
83, huh? Man, that rain really helped. That cooled me right down. 13 degrees. Shit.
Tomorrow, it's gonna be up to 90. Same thing on Friday. High 80s, 90. My wife's
I've
taking,
been hearing a lot of people complaining about how hot the summer's been, but
it's
it's
been,
not been bad for me
I
here.
usually don't put air conditioning in any of the windows until August. Cause usually July is just, it gets a little warm now and then, but you can get by with a window fan, But they've been in a couple of weeks now. It's been hot as fuck here, which is unusual.
Well, I haven't not turned them on. They have mine in, but
Well, no, we've been, the two upstairs are blasting them. And most of them, my wife's is on from 8 o'clock in the morning. I mean, 8, 9 o'clock at night and until we get up in the morning at 5 o'clock and then it's off. And then the kids that same way, they're just mostly at night.
I turned mine on last night in the bedroom, because the humidity was just too high.
Yeah.
I cut down the humidity.
Oh man, I forgot to set the temperature. I usually leave the temperature midway on the air conditioner, and that thing was on frosty cold, man. I was like, I'm fucking shivering last night. Then I get up to take a piss, and it felt like I walked into a furnace, man. I was like, what the fuck? I went up on the second floor of the house, and it's just hot up here, and just naturally.
Yeah.
But yeah, my wife's taking off on tomorrow night. I don't know, Friday night. I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. And
Wednesday.
it's
What's good about this week? I always know what day of the week it is.
yeah.
Wednesday.
I had no idea, man. I had no idea what day it is anymore. I don't even care. I don't even look.
And Friday and Saturday, I got to pay attention to also. Howard fucked me up with last night having a movie last night.
I tried to get on the link at 8 o'clock, at 7:45 or
Yeah,
whatever.
that link, the first link crapped out.
Yeah, and then I went and took a shower. I come back and it was like a half hour later and I see you started at 8 o'clock and I was like, fuck, I hate missing the first part of the movie, so. I skipped it. How was it? Any good?
It was Tom Cruise
It
Mission
was
Impossible.
far-fetched, yeah, it was.
It was an impossible mission. Bullshit.
Absolutely.
That's right, that's right.
He usually has pretty good stunts in his movies though.
Oh yeah, they were
Yeah.
good stunts.
Yeah, but highly improbable. You parachute into a train through the side window. How does that work out?
Train
You end up-
speeding. Yeah.
You end up right where the action is inside the train.
Yeah.
Like, how does that happen? And the parachute's on the outside of the train and the train's moving and it's not
Maybe
pulling
they'll
them out
get
the
caught.
door.
Didn't pull him out though. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
But they really did that though. I seen a
Well,
documentary on that stunt.
they did the motorcycle jumping off. They actually did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the peak.
Yeah.
They had a helicopter. The follow shot was with a helicopter following him as they actually did the stunt.
Right.
So that's probable, but when he was crashing through the side window of the train, is it probable? Then they got these long exaggerated fight scenes on the roof of the train, dodging the signals, ducking down through a tunnel. It just
Yeah.
dragged on for 5 minutes, and then
that
the
was
train is
that fight with John
disabled.
Wick on the staircase, man.
Yeah, it just goes on and on.
It's too long.
Yeah.
It's
John
too
Wick
far-fetched,
crashed,
but
yeah.
listen, so the train, now the one guy goes up and just disables the controls of the train, puts it on full steam, and it doesn't slow down. And he kills the engineer and hangs him up on the train whistle cord. So the train is going every time the guy's body's swinging in the cab. So he sends this girl to go stop the train. Well, by the time he fights off the bad guys and gets up to the locomotive, they figure out they can't dislodge it. So what they do is they decide to disconnect the engine from the train. In the meantime, this bridge blows up. So now the train is headed for this open chasm over this gorge with the bridge blown up, and the train.
Hopefully no one hasn't watched this, isn't be just, disappointed with being told all the outcome, and there you go.
But I'm just getting to the point that when the train engine goes over, the train follows. So car by car, they're in the second car, and they have to climb up through that car and jump into the next car before it trestles over the side.
Right,
Then they're on the inside. They have to climb up inside of that car to get to the top of that one before that one falls into the chasm. Then they have to climb to the end of that one and hang there and fight some guys off before they get up to the top. Yeah, it was like 3 cars that they climbed up through 3 rail cars just before they happened to.
He had Power there last night, and he was saying how much he didn't believe it.
Yeah,
He
was
didn't like it.
unbelievable. It was unbelievable. It was all movie magic. It was too far fetched. I thought about it today. I thought, boy, some of those guys.
Yeah, a bit far-fetched.
A bit, and at the end, it's all about this key. So the key now.
Double-sided key, right?
Yeah, so they finally got the key. Now he has to go and find out where it fits, the lock where it fits. And apparently it's in the bottom of the Sevastopol submarine in the bottom of the Arctic Ocean. So the end of part 1. So they're going to do part 2 coming up, a continuation of what the key does, right?
I think I've seen that. They dive down to the sub and get the fucking. I've seen that Mission Impossible. I was never really a big fan.
Lots of action. The little Fiat, the little yellow Fiat, that was pretty good fun, right? The broad and the guy are handcuffed together, and he gets her to drive because then they end up smashing the car, and then they get into this little mini Fiat, a little yellow Fiat, crash, boom, bang, all through the streets, crazy fight scenes through Venice, in the streets of Venice. That was good. It was a good movie. Enough about that. It was just a suggestion. I'm sorry I screwed
What are
you
we
up.
doing there, Wild? Good little puppy.
Hey, wow.
What's up, Wild?
You hear about Biden's dog, German Shepherd? Those vicious things.
Well, he's a fuck. Oh, what do you expect?
Vicious dog bitten 10 people.
His master's an asshole. That's why. He hasn't been trained.
They had some clown shoot a police dog last night in the city here.
Oh, that's
2-year-old
crazy.
shepherd
Killed.
shot the dog in the backyard.
Uh,
Police dog. Crazy. They should lock him up an extra 10 years. Why the fuck would you shoot the dog?
I'm the old dog.
How did you get off Midwest with your picture?
Because we're using the same account. We both share the Zoom account.
Yeah, I got it.
So we both log in with the same account, the same name. It's called Joint Token, is what we made up. My name and his name combined.
For the 420 BUDDS Group.
Dune.
Actually, he did it, shit,
Yeah, I ever saw
he
Dune.
did it around December last year. And we did it because we knew that, with Nuggy, moving out there and all that shit, that
Right.
we weren't gonna have any way to do what we do. The fights. Top dog OD.
What's OD mean?
Damn, that sucks.
Oh, he overdosed. Oh, no shit.
Dune, November Part 2. Wow. I only waited, what, 25, 30 years till I made the second part?
I don't even remember what fucking Dune was about.
That was a weird
What
movie.
was it about? I can hardly even remember. Was that
The
like
spice
worm-
must flow. The spice must flow.
The spice, right?
the what?
The spice must flow.
No, I probably didn't see it then.
Kind of like the Coke of the,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It is a really out there movie.
it's
I read the book well before the movie came out. I read the original book. Frank Herbert. Dune. All three series, trilogy. So I know it well.
you gotta do some acid and then watch it on fucking.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember doing that with
Yeah,
Rollerball.
I do for the other 6 hours.
Remember that movie?
Right, it's one of those type
Rollerball?
movies you gotta really be into.
Or watch Woodstock, the movie. All the music in Woodstock. But the best part is when he goes to clean up the toilets here. That porta potty, the flushing machine, crazy. Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
I saw Lone Villain had one of his cats had kittens, huh?
Yeah, 5 of them was what I think I saw.
I saw 4 of them, but
Thought I heard 5, maybe not. I wouldn't pay that a 30-second view, maybe.
maybe
Yeah, it was just a clip, so.
Two members of the ranch.
Coyote,
Coyote Beat.
coyote.
It's those kittens of the feral cat, of his cat.
I'm not sure, I mean.
They had changed that from the Lone Villain ranch to the cat house.
Cat villain.
Oh
Cat
man,
villains.
okay, yeah.
It does seem to have a good affiliation with cats.
He loves
Some
kitties, man.
put them on his back and shit.
Kitties are cool, man, but you have 5 kitties, man. That could turn into 15 kitties pretty fucking quick.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Darn right.
And then
Definitely beat no
500
mice on.
real quick after that.
Definitely
Next thing
beat no
you know,
mice on
man.
that ranch.
Next
No
thing you
mice
know,
on the ranch.
cat turds everywhere and fucking flies and shit everywhere.
Yeah,
Oh,
all the good stuff.
no mice around anymore.
All the good stuff.
You could always have fucking
There'd be lots of birds around going for those things, probably.
yeah. Could be. We're out in
There's
the
too many
boat.
big birds out there, though.
We're
Like
out
I said, I remember there was almost none out there.
up at the lake, right? And my sister-in-law come up for the first time. So my wife's driving around. She goes, "Oh, you gotta go see the Eagle's Nest, right?" So we drive down a round island and we fucking see the Eagle's Nest. Dude, that fucking thing is humongous, man. Every time I see it, it surprises me. It's gotta be 5 feet across, man. It is just fucking huge. Built of sticks that are about this big around, man, and it's just fucking ginormous, man. And then you see the eagle in there, and a couple of little eaglets in there, little baby eagles. There was one eagle. He looked like he was only about this tall, and he was sitting up because his head hadn't turned white yet, and he was just sitting on a branch, or she was, I don't know, sitting there like right outside the nest. So they're probably just starting to venture out a little bit, but. Watching them hunt, my wife said, was it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? They were cruising along in the boat, and she goes, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she goes, this big fucking gigantic fucking eagle comes swooping down out of fucking nowhere, right about 50 feet in front of the boat, snatched a fucking bass or a fish of some sort, and then fucking took off with that bastard, man.
Yeah.
She goes, it was impressive to see, she goes, and me and Samantha, her and my daughter, she goes, we just happened to be looking like right where it happened. She's like, did you see that? You know, I'm like, and she's like, I wish I could have gotten my foot. She goes, it would happen so fast. You know, if you weren't looking, you would have missed it, you know. But she said it was really impressive to see. So at least there's that sort of thing still up on the lake, man. You know, there's the loons are everywhere. There's even more loons this year than there have been in years past. That's the thing I like the best at nighttime, man. It's just, man, you can't even see your hand in front of your face if the moon ain't out on, you know, moonless night. I mean, it is darker than fucking dark, man. I mean, you go outside and you go anywhere. You can't, it like that's like you're like, you just can't see, you know. And but you lay there at night, man, and you hear
You
them.
guys don't adjust up to like half an hour?
Nope.
Wow.
No, that's the weird part, man. Maybe they do if you walk down to the lake, I'm sure they would adjust, you know, in the open area. There would be some, but you know, around the yard and in the house, you know, once that generator is shut down, there's no glow on anything. You know, all the charges, all that stuff is just boink, it's gone. And it's fucking dark, man. I mean, I don't think I've ever experienced darkness like that before. I've always lived in the city, or you know, where this, you know,
Right.
within lights and all. But yeah, but the way that you hear the loons on the lake, man, it's a haunting sound. You know, I can't duplicate it. It's like like just like a wobble sound, you know. And then you hear this one over here, and then you hear it from in the distance. And then they're real cool, and they must come into the little bay that's in front of my house. It's like a little small harbor between the island and the rest of the lake. 'Cause
Cheers
you
to
know-
ADHD.
what?
I said cheers to ADHD.
Oh,
He's in chat.
what's happening, man? But yeah, it's nice up there, man. The girls and my wife and daughter and my wife's friend and a couple other kids are going up there this weekend. And then I'm gonna go up next week, I think.
You have a telescope up there?
I do, as a matter of fact.
Use it?
Are you
No. It's like me, like that.
I tried to, right? And then I'm over at my buddy's house and he's showing me his fucking telescope. And I'm like, and then I go, yeah, I got the same kind of telescope, right? It's only got a little hole on the end like this big, right? And the telescope thing's this big, right? And he goes, as we're talking, he goes, boink, and he pops it off. And I go, what's that? He goes, that's the fucking dust cover, you fucking idiot. I'm like, no wonder why it took me so long to find something. But he was showing the scouts, right? He invited everybody over to his house, man. My man had a fucking dude, he had a telescope. The thing, I don't know how much it cost him, man. I bet you that thing was in the over 15,000 bucks. It was beautiful, man. Big automatic thing, man. He had it set up on a little platform out in his backyard. And he had it all set up when we got there, but he would just program it and that thing would find some fucking shit. And the kids were looking at the fucking rings of Saturn and all
No
kinds
one
of.
could use one of those where he is, you know, because he's got big sky, you know, you don't have, I think, big sky up where you are, right?
Well,
Except
that's,
over
the
the lake,
problem.
maybe.
That's the problem here in New England is you really don't have big sky. His backyard was big enough, you know, in the forefront, but behind us was all trees.
Right.
It's like my yard is here, the same in Maine. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by 125-foot trees here.
Yeah.
You know, I can look straight up. That's it, man, you know? And the same in Maine. Maine's even worse because the trees are a lot closer to the house up there.
What's up, Momentic?
Hey, Mo.
What's happening, man? You guys ought to come up, man. I think I might be up there all August, man. Jump in the car and take a ride. Water's warm. Got my new generator. It's awesome, dude. It's fucking sweet, man. It's for the first time I don't have to actually run outside and start up the fucking big generator to get 220. You know, I get the that Honda 7000, you know, so. Feeds the panel 30 amps. And everything just runs regular, man. I turn the faucets on and water comes out and shit.
Nice.
I mean, my wife says, she goes, I just took a shower. I go, yeah, and you didn't hear me, did you? Because before you'd run the other generator, the little Honda that we had was only 110, you know, and it was super quiet. And then you had to start, we called it the dump truck generator, because that's what it sounded like, a fucking dump truck. And you know, to get to 220 for the well. But now this one has both, so
But
yeah, it gets good
you can't
mileage.
use like solar for the well?
What's that?
Like Dylan does? You can't use solar for the well like Dylan
I
does?
probably could. I would have to change the pump. Without a doubt, man. It's a 220, it's a 220 soft
In a
start,
battery, of course, but
you know. But it's made, it's a pump made for a generator. I specified that, you know, the plumber was pretty good about that. But yeah, it runs fine, man. No issues at all. I had to modify my generator shack a little bit. I just had to raise it up like a foot. And then I put some wings on the end so that the ends open up at the top. It gets a nice breeze going through there and runs nice and cool and easy to put fuel in it.
I have a like 3 220 breakers in my panel downstairs. I'm all turned off. I don't notice anything that's wrong, anything that's different. You know, that's why they're probably never being used. It's like, what the fuck?
They probably aren't. I mean,
Right,
at one time you could have had an electric hot water heater that's gone.
right, anyway.
You could have had an electric range that's gone. Could have an electric dryer. Those are usually the big appliances.
I know I used to have, you know, outdoor AC, but that's gone. And the other one is for the garage, but that's off right now.
Yeah.
So I have another one, at least one more. I
Yeah.
don't even know what they're. But they're all off right now. And house is running on the 110, 120 on my battery.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Hey, Sarge.
What's up there, Sarge?
Sarge,
Yeah, you asked about that the other day. If I'm making the cable, I don't know if I told him, but I did make that cable that most people wouldn't make.
You made the deadly double ender.
Yeah,
yeah.
deadly double ender. Yeah.
LGBTQ.
I have
cable.
one. I have one that used to run from. It was a double-ended, a 4-way on one end and a 3-way on the other one, and it was just because that's what I had, and it would connect from that big generator I told you about for my well to the plug on the house, and it was a double ender with 220. So it was a deadly bastard, man. But yeah, I get rid of that. It's all wired direct now.
Yeah, but he was just chopping his with a 110 plug into the 110,
Yeah, I know.
right into the receptacle.
It's working.
Well, it'll work. It will work until it doesn't. Then you probably- And then unfortunately, if they figure out what happened, you know, your insurance company's gonna go, fuck you, dude. That's what happens a lot, man.
That's only in the event of a catastrophe.
Oh, yeah, man, they're penny pinches, those motherfuckers. But anyway, that's good that you're running your house on that. Man.
I only have to run the generator for like 3 hours. To chop up the battery.
Yeah, how's that run? Nice and quiet?
What generator?
Yeah.
Oh, the generator's super quiet. Yeah,
Nice.
it's 54 amps, 54. I'm sorry, decibels.
Yeah.
When it's running.
Yeah, that's about right. Now that thing only gets what, 8 hours out of a full tank of gas?
I don't need to run it 8 hours, of course, but yeah, wait,
I'm just saying, so but you get 8 hours worth of run time.
wait,
How many gallons? 3 gallons?
two point something.
You know,
Yeah.
see there's the difference though. My Honda, the 3000, which is relatively the same size, we get 20 hours out of 2.5 gallons.
That's good.
I mean, I think that's one of the differences right there. But yeah, that thing has lasted us, it's 23 now, so what? 11 years since I bought it. And the only thing I've ever done to it is fucking change the oil, and I'm meticulous about that, you know.
I have another charger coming for my Pecron.
Yep.
my battery here, which
Yeah, yeah.
cuts the charging time in half. So
Nice.
that'll make a lot better.
Yeah. Well, then you gotta get a couple
Lovely.
of lithium batteries to go with that one.
Right, and I have another one coming that won't be for another month almost
Yeah.
from Malaysia. We'll
Is that
see.
right?
We'll see. I already returned the solar panels I got from China.
Oh, I
Or
know.
out of the process. Like, fuck that, these things suck.
Do they really? Yeah.
They're supposed to be 800 watts, they put out 60 watts. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
Scan
I took a
panels.
chance.
What's up, Wobbly? How's it going, man? Yeah, that Tim Hortons coffee sucks, man. I ran out of coffee the other day and I had to make another fucking cup of that shit,
I wish
man.
Billin was here. What's a good instant coffee?
What's that?
What's a
No,
good
there's no
instant
good
coffee?
instant coffee. There's no
Well,
good instant.
There is
coffee.
no good instant.
Well, Billin was
Starbucks,
talking
right.
Starbucks has an instant. I don't drink Starbucks coffee, but I have had their little sleeves of instant coffee on a camping trip with the scouts, and it was
I
pretty
ain't going
good.
to Starbucks to buy fucking instant coffee.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
I'm not either.
Billin was talking about some, I wish he was in the chat. It was
Well, he
talking about some
shops at
coffee-
fuck. Just go look at Walmart's website. That's where he shops. I mean, that's what that fucking coffee he gets. That's where it comes from. It's from fucking Walmart. Black Horse or whatever it is there. It's good coffee.
French coffee.
Horse, kicking horse,
You know, Kicking Horse. Yeah.
whatever.
That's all I care. I just want, you
Hey.
know,
I already said nice to see you before I said that coffee sucks, man. Yeah, I ran out of my good New England coffee the other day and I had to make up fucking.
Hey, Wobbs.
And then I said, you know what? I'll make fucking two little, I have one of those Keurig machines. So I said, I'll make it really fucking pack it. And I made two little small cups and I figured that'd make it fucking strong enough, like a man's cup of coffee. And it didn't even cut it, man. It didn't even come close. I was like, oh, this sucks.
I threw away my coffee maker, my Mr. Coffee type thing. I threw it away.
Why?
It's electricity.
What?
I bought a tea kettle, a little whistling tea kettle. Yeah. Up
Yeah.
on my stove and
Could've used
Look at
it.
dude, why don't you do what you saw what I did on the camping trip,
French
right?
press.
fuck that. I
French
just
press.
that way now. I'm instant.
You buy a French press.
No, this is better than a French press.
Yeah.
I have the funnel that holds the cone filter, you know, the cone
Yeah,
filters
yeah,
for the
yeah.
machine.
Prescription.
Yeah,
But my funnel locks onto the top of a thermos. So I just take the funnel and I just pour boiling water through it and I make a thermos full of coffee. It takes me all of about 5 minutes. It's faster than a coffee machine. I mean, as soon as the water's boiling, you dump it in. It takes about a minute to dump it in. And then you get fucking dynamite fucking coffee, man. It tastes great. And it keeps it's hot to the last drop, man. I get three of these. These are my mugs. I usually get 3 of these. I fill it up to about here with black coffee. And I get 3 of those out of it by myself, you know. And it works great. I brought it to Colorado with me. I was gonna show Lone Villain, but he wasn't interested. So I'm like, whatever, man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, how you doing, Villain? I thought you were talking about some instant coffee that you have found and, but Kicking is a coffee that you like.
No, he was. I thought he had an instant coffee that he. Well, maybe
That's what I thought he had said too.
maybe it was Wobbly talking about it because he said that that shitty coffee I was just talking about. They have a good instant.
I sent Trench to the troops some coffee.
I find that hard to believe, man.
So I got, a little fucking Maxwell instant coffee, but
Maxwell House. Ugh.
yeah.
Why don't you,
It's like, what? I guess
why don't you get some chock full of nuts?
my mom would drink
Chuck,
instant.
Uh,
chocolate.
My dad used to drink all that old fashioned coffee. And then Folgers come out. He loved that shit. Yeah, I can't stand that stuff. That Kicking Horse coffee that Villain had when we were out in Colorado, that stuff was good. That was good coffee. Tastes very similar to the coffee I get here.
It's like Tim Hortons.
What's that? I get I buy 8 o'clock coffee. New England has a breakfast, New England brand coffee. They have a breakfast blend that I like it. That is good. Was it Death Wish?
I've heard of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't give that. That's twisted if it came from a visit. That's cold, man. Yeah, I can't handle no Maxwell House, man.
That's why I'm asking,
When we were at the firehouse stuff, that's what the house fund would buy, whatever was on sale. You know, because you're buying so much of it, they would get Folgers on Maxwell House or chock full of nuts or whatever. And me and the guy, and I ran the house fund too, man. And at first I was trying to buy like Dunk's coffee and stuff, and it was just you couldn't keep up with it. It was too much money. So what me and the guys in my crew did was we just had our own coffee fund we would have a bag of Dunkin' Donuts coffee or Starbucks or whatever, and we used
yeah,
that.
send me to Starbucks, damn Sarge.
Yeah, I ain't
Yeah,
seen-
the Starbucks instant. That's what I was saying.
Cup of Coffee.
Why don't you just order it online? I'm sure you can get it online.
Well, I don't know what brand, I'll order anything, but I
Well, you-
don't know what
What
people
kind of
recommend,
what kind of
Like,
coffee? do
Maxwell
you-
sucks. Well, I have Maxwell's. Thanks, guys.
No, go to Starbucks and order.
Starbucks sucks. Yeah, anyway.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I thought the same thing with those instant coffees are good, and you were looking for an instant coffee. So, why don't you go get a fucking jar of Sanka?
There you go. Decaffeinated.
Yeah, I remember when I moved in with my aunt when I first got on the fire department. She had Sanka coffee, and I'm drinking the coffee before I had to go to the fire academy, and I'm like, Auntie, I don't know what's wrong with this.
No,
coffee. I can't wake up. It's not doing. I had 3 cups of this stuff, and I can't wake up. And she goes, "There's no caffeine in that."
Pretty much the same thing that Seven's saying. I should just, brew my own 1 cup at a time. Just,
You can do that too.
French press.
Did you ever see the there's a couple of the like
Here.
Ray Dillon was talking about the Black Rifle, a couple of I think it was Black Rifle. They have a little gizmo that sits on top of your fucking cup, and it's a built-in filter, and you put your coffee in that, and then you pour your hot water through that, make 1 cup of coffee.
I threw away my fucking Mr. Coffee Maker, so I threw away my little.
1,200 watts for a coffee maker.
Yeah, my drip coffee maker makes it way better than a French press, man. We've compared it, and it's the ease of function and taste. Those French presses, man. Unless you get a really, really expensive one, man, they're a pain in the ass. Then you gotta clean it. Believe me, man.
Well, I'm doing good
I've
without
I've
any
used
sugar in my coffee.
every
so that's
fucking
my-
way you can think of making fucking coffee. I even had a battery and an inverter and brought a coffee machine with me when I first started camping. Like, you gotta have coffee in the morning, man.
Wait, I definitely have to have my coffee when I wake up. I'm doing good with no sugar, so I can drink coffee more often now because I don't use sugar now. Of course, it tastes
Do you
like.
use any
crap.
equal or anything like that?
What's that?
Do you use any substitutes? Any
Equal.
saccharin
Equal.
oil? That's what I use, equal.
Black. I like my coffee black.
I'm reading
Yeah, I
up
can't-
make
I
French
can't
press
drink it.
coffee.
I
Oh,
can't drink
boy.
black coffee. I just don't. I've done it plenty of times. I just don't.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Wow,
French press
wow,
works
wow.
great, man. They do. My buddies all had them. I think it's too much work.
Blooming your beans. I'm reading about your French pressing or whatever beans.
Yeah, I tried that wobbly. For me, it made the honey and the coffee didn't jive. And it just didn't go well. It probably would go good with that Tim Hortons coffee because you don't get any coffee flavor from it. But
$8.
I will put honey in my tea, have a cup of tea. Absolutely. Tea
Tea
goes
with honey,
really
honey
good
and
with
lemon.
tea
with
goes
honey and
really good
lemon.
with honey. But yeah, coffee, I tried that, man. It was just like I don't know. The honey overwhelmed
And we,
coffee, I think, you know.
and gardens. Outback is the canoe she's making out of an old tree.
Whatever.
She likes handcrafting her coffee too, with a coarse grind, and just the right amount of cream. For Anna, it's the Bodum French press, or nothing.
Well, Anna, it's a Bodum French press or nothing. What the fuck?
If coffee is the stuff of life, let's make it as good as we can.
I never heard of it. Because you're much of a coffee connoisseur like that.
You had a pretty intense storm going on there. Sky is just a flash of every 10 seconds.
Yeah, Stanley makes a nice one. $70 at REI. Hey, look at that, man. We even had one of those at the Scouts. Remember the percolators? You want to talk about the worst cup of coffee you've ever fucking had? Comes out of a fucking percolator. Remember, they had the little glass thing on top, and it had the round cylinder you would put inside, and have the long stem, and you drop it in. I remember my parents had one, man. That coffee would be like boiling up through this thing, man.
Yeah, percolator, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I took camping with me.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We had a bunch of them at the Boy Scouts, man. You know, for people that wanted to use them. And then the guys that used them, they would take eggshells, and they would drop the eggshells in the coffee because it was all grounds, and it would make all the coffee grounds sink to the fucking bottom. Yeah, don't ask me why, man. I didn't drink it, but I seen them do it, and I seen them do it every fucking time, man. They would just have a bunch of eggshells they'd save from breakfast or whatever, you know, and they would just crumble them up, throw them in the coffee, and they would sink, and all the fucking coffee grounds would sink too. Try it sometime.
I think I'll try that French press thing.
There's a lot of different kinds out there, man. But they'll make you a cup at a time.
Wait, I don't need, I usually drink, well, 8 cups in the morning, but two big mugs at least. My mugs I've been drinking out of for fucking 30 years now. Same mug I've been drinking out of 30 years.
My wife get 1 cup of coffee and I get the rest of the pot.
That's the way to do it.
How it is at my house.
Yeah, we used to have the pot. And then I used to catch my wife. She would steal the first fucking little bit of coffee that come out when you're making a pot. And I'm like, you're taking all the fucking coffee, man. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm like, yeah, you do, because she likes it strong. She goes, it's really strong now. And I go, yeah, look at the rest of the pot. It looks like fucking brown water. Yeah.
Right.
Then we
all
got
the concentrate comes out first.
Yeah, and then we got the like that little Keurig machine. We've had those for so long now, man. I don't even know how many we've had. I bet you we've had 10 or 15 of them fucking things. They don't last long. You get a year or two out of them.
Yeah, I packed mine up.
I've only used them once. My sister-in-law has that. Well,
Ice cream.
Oh yeah, that fucking Pop Tart looks like you're on a diet, man.
that's a graham cracker. Graham cracker.
It's still loaded with sugar.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Honey.
ice cream has to have
It
sugar.
has 100 calories.
Bon appetit. Yeah, I found a fantastic new ice cream flavor. Oh my God. It's called Sugar Shack Maple by Kawartha Dairies.
I still love maple ice cream.
It's, it's not like maple.
I
It's
haven't,
like,
I haven't had anything.
you know, Sugar Shack is like the maple sugar. It's the actual crystal bits of maple sugar are
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
ice cream.
Oh, man,
Yeah, that's
that's the bomb, man.
that's the bomb. That's right.
Look at that.
Oh, but that's Briar's, man.
That's right. Carb smart.
Carb smart.
Yeah, yeah.
Vanilla
Ever see-
chocolate strawberry.
Guess what?
100 calories.
All right, so open that up, right? Open that up. Let me see what it looks like. Leave it out overnight, right?
Well, heck no.
And it will look exactly the same in the morning. It won't melt. It won't. I'm telling you, it won't. It won't. It's not real.
Oh, well, it tastes good. That's all I know. My brain says it's ice cream.
That there
Gotta
is
make me go get mine.
that is chemical juice that you are eating, son.
Chemical juice.
Yeah, there's a guy online that did a I don't care what it says. Yeah, so what? I mean, look at this Mio is
Graham
like
cracker, half a graham cracker. That's nothing.
there's like no calories in
That's
this.
my one.
Hey, once on the lips, forever on the hips, man.
I lost 30 pounds.
Good.
Yeah, there you go. He deserves a treat. He deserves a treat after losing 30 pounds.
Yeah. I'm down in the 220s, man. I started at 265.
Nice.
30 pounds, 275 now. I'm still my ice cream every night.
Nice. Hey, as long as you lose weight, who gives a fuck? Yeah, see, one camel go away from styrofoam.
Wobbly and Seven are picking on my ice cream. One chemical away from styrofoam, they're calling it.
Well, mine's not low
How does
fat,
it taste good?
low carb.
There's Midwest with a 5-gallon tub.
Wait, he's got skinny though.
Look how skinny he is, though. You can eat 3 of those and it ain't gonna matter.
That's right.
Yeah, I'd go into a sugar coma. That's way too much sugar for me.
Yeah, last month I had just a little tiny slice of it. My wife, we had an ice cream cake for her birthday. And it was a little tiny slice. It was one of those Reese cupcakes, ice cream cakes. Man, my fucking head was tingling like a motherfucker, man. It was like so sweet, I was like, I haven't had any sugar
The sugar rush.
since before April 1st is when I started. So I haven't had any sugar since then, and it was just like, holy fuck.
I know when I quit sugar, but it's been a little while now. At least a month.
Yeah. No, I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all, man. I'm kind of used to this diet now. If I get hungry during the day, I usually have bacon and eggs or something like that for breakfast or an omelet. And then I don't eat nothing else until it's about 6 o'clock at night. I have dinner.
Yep.
That's just some chicken, a burger, and I'll even have a roll with a burger. I've been having these big giant fucking double burgers, man, and they're really good. But like that's what my kid said to me today. He's like, Dad, when are you on the fucking chicken and cheeseburger fucking diet? And I'm like, hey, motherfucker, I'm losing weight, aren't I? And he's like, yeah, you are.
No
But yeah,
cheese.
I think
FGC.
I think these, man, I've just been drinking nothing but these seltzer waters.
Water for me.
Yeah. I don't like the regular water, but I've been drinking these with that Mio juice in it and works for me.
And I enjoy my dinner. I'm not ever really hungry.
Right. If I get hungry, like I said, during the day, man, I have a cup of coffee. I'll make popcorn. Popcorn's like fucking nothing. You can eat all you want. It doesn't fucking-
I love my ice cream at night. You ain't taking away from me.
Well, there you go.
Fat and happy.
But I think you can't be happy if you're trying to lose weight.
Good for me.
Look at you, you should, I would, if I was you, I'd want to lose weight so I could fit in that fucking little Cobra you got there.
Put a fucking load there.
So what? I would modify that little fuck so you can fucking drive it, man. What's gonna happen is,
About
the
that.
next thing you know, your fucking fat ass is gonna be pushing a walker and you ain't gonna be able to drive that fucking thing, man. Because time is gonna.
I'm
go
walking
like
much better
that.
now. Walking
What's
much better.
Well, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, man. You're gonna get yourself in shape, man, so you can go drive that motherfucker. Get a trailer. And go drive it somewhere where you can drive it, man.
Highway's almost done. And I'm like a quarter mile away from it, maybe.
Nice.
Once the highway's done, I'll have motivation to do it. Because the highway one is looking real nice. I like it. No stopping when you get on or off,
Right.
like all roundabouts. Cool.
What is PNEW potatoes?
New potatoes. You just put the P in front
Oh,
of it.
okay, all right. You got me there, man. I like everything but peas. I don't like peas. And then choke down a pea and say no.
I was gonna be picking green beans today, but it rained.
See, 420, man. This is why I went on the diet, because that motherfucking doctor of mine said, "Oh, you're gonna have fucking diabetes," and that. My A1C was getting within those limits, you know. And that's when I said, no, I don't want no diabetes, man. So I went and lost a fucking shitload of fucking weight and brought all those levels down, got him off my fucking shit, man, got him off my back. But you're right about that. Fucking soda will raise hell with diabetes, man. You just can't eat the way you used to anymore.
Yep. Everything changes.
Mhm. You grow doing well, okay, Seven?
Yeah, it's getting along. I had my boys, one of them that didn't pay attention when I was showing him how to mix stuff, watered it while I was gone. And then he says to me on the day I come home, "Hey, I didn't know you had that fucking arrow water in there." I'm like, "You fucking asshole." And so he was watering my plants with nasty fucking tap water out here. And then fucking plants were overwatered and looking sick as fucking hell. And I'm like, oh, great. So the last week or so, I nursed them back to health. They seem to be doing a little better now.
So you didn't teach them to pull up the water from the RO, huh?
No, I did. It's just that the older boy is more interested in hot rod cars than he is in growing weed.
How that car doing?
Oh, he's doing fine.
How many miles get on it?
He's only got a couple thousand miles on it. And he still just drives it back and forth to work, which is only a few miles away. And, you know, he's got the new exhaust on it, and he ordered some part come in the other day. It's a long thin piece. It goes across the trunk. It lights up with the brake lights. And then he's ordering He's talking about new taillights and headlights. All aftermarket shit that he wants. And then, the fuck is he saying? Oh, I know, fucking struts. He wants all new struts on it. They're adjustable. Like,
It's brand new. It's a brand new car. You're changing the struts already.
that's what I
the
said, man.
hell?
He goes, oh, man, these are way better than factory.
Yeah, bullshit.
No, I looked them up. They're really,
Yeah, well,
Well, struts going around corners, right? I mean.
they're fucking high end shit, man. They're like fucking $3,500 for 4 fucking struts, man. And that's
yeah,
just for the
and
parts.
plus the install.
Oh no, he'll do it himself, man. That's why he got this car. Because he wants to do all this shit himself, man. He's got more fucking tools and shit than you can shake a stick at now, man.
I think changing the struts change the alignment too.
Stay
doesn't it?
Sargent knows, right? I remember being young and checking out cars.
Changing the struts changes the alignment, so don't you need a,
Oh yeah,
No,
man.
there's a guy out there.
yeah,
Yeah,
Good looking color.
you iron the best you can, then you drive it to the lineman shop. and
yeah, exactly. yeah.
Like a red sky out there.
See how it, you don't remember back fucking 50 years ago.
The
When you-
string.
When you were
Use the
20.
String, yeah, that's right. I know those tricks. Are you kidding?
Man, they fucking, they're gonna do everything with that fucking car, man. And it's like, well, whatever, man.
Nowadays they use lasers, right?
I don't care.
Laser
He
precision.
pays for it.
I was the same way as a kid, man.
But
Yeah, me too.
My buddy had a 71 old
Right.
442 convertible. Badass car. We used to work
Yeah.
on that all the time.
we used to have a crew of 4 guys who all had Volkswagen Beetles. And we'd fucking put $5 worth of gas in these Beetles and go rip it up through the fucking laneways in the neighborhood. Rip it up. Four Volkswagens running the neighborhood. Yeah, those were the days.
I knew some certain crowd of individuals that would get drunk on the weekends and tip over.
Yeah.
Been there, done that many times.
Yeah, different world back then, man.
Different-
It was up for 70s for us. So, you know,
Yeah,
something like Sarge and Nuggy, you know, they can't have had the similar experience because it's so, you know, maybe they did.
different reality.
well, there was a video out today and it was like, he goes, I'm the last generation that remembers like S&H trading stamps. And that was one of the things they mentioned. And then there was a whole bunch of other stuff. I can't think of it now. I'm stoned.
Fucking lawn darts. I remember playing lawn darts.
Oh man, I remember.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember my cousin caught a lawn dart in his fucking calf, man. That thing went in about fucking 3 inches. That thing went thump right into the side of his leg, man. We're like,
We had lots of
So-
injuries, lots of reported.
Well, that's why they recalled those things, man, after a
They
few
call it,
years.
yeah, safety hazard.
Oh yeah, those things were fucking maiming and killing people. Lawn darts. What a great idea that was.
The hula hoop came out.
I remember the hula hoop when I was a little kid to come out.
58, the hula hoop.
Remember the clacker balls?
Oh,
Those fucking
those
little
things,
balls. that
yeah,
bounce
big,
in the
big,
air and
big.
go clack, 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 clack.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
things were deadly.
Good old water gun. That's what we need, a good old water gun. Pea shooter. Go buy a bag of peas and go and blast the neighborhood with peas, right?
Yeah.
A pea shooter. After play with peas, a week later, the front lawn was all the beans were growing.
$165, eh?
We're all guns around here. Whether it was a BB gun,
Right.
rocket,
We used
slung
to-
shot.
we used to make solid rocket fuel and blast CO2 cartridges. So empty CO2 cartridge full of zinc powder and sulfur. They would blow up as a bomb.
I remember a buddy of mine, fucking years ago, it was probably, it was over 20 years ago before I had kids. He made a fucking potato gun, right? You know, and it was a fucking big one though, man. And he had a fucking 1.75 or 1.5
Potato guns, another example, of something, no way they could well, maybe they did.
for the rifle part of it for the barrel, right? But the thing was, he lived up on a fucking bluff on a hill, and like the highway was down, what's down below, you know? And there was a neighborhood that they had just built way on the other side. So he's fucking sitting on his porch and he fucking launched these fucking potatoes and they would go boom. It just fucking just, I go, where are they going? He goes, I don't know. Couple of days later, he's launching like fucking 10 or 15 fucking potatoes. He's all drunk and shit, launching potatoes. So we could drive through this fucking new neighborhood, right? And there's fucking potato stains, white starch marks on the cars, on the fucking street. They're all over the fucking place. It's like fucking raining potatoes. It's funny. So he comes over my house, right? I go, and we lived up on a lake. I go, shoot that motherfucker off, and let's see how long it fucking goes. So he shoot that bitch, man. And we're listening, I'm listening. It was about 10 seconds or more before that thing plunked into the fucking lake, man. You know, I mean, you could hear the splash. It was, but they would do some traveling. Yeah, he had a big, I don't know what they call it, a big Y, you know, instead of like a little one, it was like a fucking 8-inch, 6 or 8-inch one. So you could put more fucking, whatever he used to put in it. But he would use, hairspray too.
Mhm.
And the hairspray would push the shit into the pipe more. It was funny though. Your body is broken. I hear that, man. It's the shit.
Yeah.
You just can't fucking do the shit you used to be able to fucking do, especially when it comes to eating. You know, which really fucking sucks. I don't drink or do drugs or smoke weed. And it seemed like the one thing I like to do was eat fucking food. Can't even do that anymore. Nothing like a good old glass of fucking Newman's lemonade with a fucking big giant glass of ice and Newman's bag of Doritos on fucking hot day. Right? Can't even have a fucking Dorito anymore, man.
Sure.
I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna fucking I want to get down under 200 fucking pounds so then I can eat whatever the fuck I want in moderation. That's the way I'm looking at it. So I can just go have this and then not have that for a while again. Do a little here, a little there.
Oh, gee.
Gotta reward yourself for good behavior.
Yeah, no. That's the way I look at it, Alan, you know.
Sure, you give yourself a goal and then you'll get there.
I told my wife, I said, I'm gonna go buy a fucking hot rod when I get under 200 pounds, and she's like, you fucking
Yeah,
better
right.
not.
Right. It's taunting her, right?
Well, what was it fucking last week? We have the appointment we have a GMC Sierra, and the air conditioner crapped out on it, you know, and it crapped out at the end of last summer. So I said to her, when are you gonna fix it? She goes, no, we'll just wait. So it's starting getting hot again. I'm like, you better fix that fucking AC, because that's a long ride to Maine with no fucking air conditioning. And even more importantly, it's a long fucking ride home with no air conditioning. So she fucking hemmed and hawed about it, and then she's like, all right, I'm not gonna fix it. I'm gonna cancel that appointment. And I'm up in Maine, and she's telling me this from at home. And I'm like, I didn't say anything. I'm like, all right, whatever, man. So she finally comes up to me and I go, so I had a bunch of prices written down on a piece of paper. She's going, what's this? I go, oh, I'm gonna go buy a new truck. And she's like, what do you mean you're gonna buy a new truck? And I go, well, the fuck, you won't want to, you don't want to repair this one. If you don't want to maintain it, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'll just go buy another one. And she's like, and she knows I will, because we've had 32 or 33 new cars, you know, and I told her I'd stop buying them when I retired, but if you ain't gonna maintain it, then I ain't driving no car with no fucking air conditioning in the fucking hot summer, man. I'll drive the car. And I'm like, nah, I'll just go buy a new one. So needless to say, the car went in for service and got fixed. But it was gonna be
Cheers, Becky.
$2,000 to get it fixed. Because I
I
forget
saw you could afford it.
the condenser and and what's up, Viking?
Hey,
How
Viking.
old- How old is it?
It's only a 2018.
Wow,
And it's only
five-
got like
5 years?
56,000
years?
miles. It's only got 56,000 miles on. But anyway, so it goes in, they do it, and it turns out that it didn't need the blower motor. There was a stick in the fucking blower motor or something that was making it wobble. So it was just they had to do a condenser and recharge a new hose or some shit. But the air conditioning works kick ass, man.
It's good.
So I'm happy. I don't care.
It's the racket though.
So here's the next predicament is my daughter's gonna be getting a new car or getting her license soon. And I haven't been able to find a car anywhere, man. And I ain't paying. I mean, I just got rid of fucking that piece of shit fucking Honda that my son had, and we got $4,500 for it. You know, and I paid fucking $3,000 for it 3 years ago. And then that kid beat the fucking living piss out of it for fucking 3 years. So I'm like, all the used cars out there are junk, man. So I don't know. My wife wants to give her a Subaru. And I'm like, no, then I have to go buy a new car. But I don't know.
Sacrifices, gotta make those.
You know, well, that's the thing, you don't want to put the kid in a fucking, especially a girl, you don't want to put her in
Yeah,
a shit
exactly.
box,
That's right.
So, she'll probably end up with it, I don't know.
It'll
Time
all
will
sort itself
tell.
out. Time will
All
tell.
depends on what the little woman says, man,
Say around here, but my wife wears the pants of the family.
Well, she pays the fucking bills, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's the way I look
right.
at it.
I'm in the
I've
same
handed
boat.
over my paycheck fucking years ago. I don't give a fuck. When I need money, I just take it. And she knows that, so. It is what it is.
Yeah,
It works. We've been together since 1984, so. I think,
41 years for us.
nice. We were married.
That's married, and then you were 3 or 4 years before that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're right up there. We got married in 1990. So 33 married, and we were together 6 years before that, so 39 years together.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, well, I'm on my third.
Well, that's okay. My dad had 4.
third time's the charm, man.
Yeah, there you go. Get rid of
I'm
the
on my
first 2 and
second.
start again.
I'm on my second 20-year marriage.
Your second 20 year, huh? No kidding.
There's a story there somewhere.
This is the only one that smoked with me. It's a good sign, in my opinion.
Either my wife smoked.
Yeah,
Here,
my wife don't either.
my wife don't smoke.
Oh, shit. There's a happy joint right there.
She likes her wine. She likes her wine.
You want to, I can, we'll hold joint, never mind.
Guy's still bouncing out there.
Yep, it's still lightning
Coming-
about.
Yeah, it's for a long time now. The past hour.
Not that close,
Well, still.
up by Lansing and
See the
stuff.
lightning.
Out that window is north facing, so
Right.
what you caught there? I would,
Pardon?
out the back door, looking towards Canada.
Okay. You look to the east, it's towards Canada too, from where you are, right?
What's that?
Are you north of Detroit or south of Detroit?
West of Detroit,
Yeah, well, so
much exactly west.
if you look east, then you'll still see Canada,
Yes,
the lower tip of Canada,
wait,
Windsor.
the Windsor, I think,
Yeah, Windsor.
probably like 2 hours drive from here, I think.
That's just north. So have you ever heard of a fugger light?
What?
A fugger light.
No,
It's okay on the shores of Lake Superior. They have rocks that are on the shore in the water, and if you hit them with an ultraviolet light, they glow. You follow? These guys
Okay.
are, yeah, they react with the ultraviolet. The guy named them fugger lights. There's some things on YouTube on them. I think it's really interesting. These guys go rock hunting on the shores of Lake Superior. Fugger lights.
I never heard of that.
I'm sure they don't even know what's going on at the bottom of those two lakes, man. Lakes, Superior and Lake Michigan. They can't know what's going on at the bottom of those.
No, at the bottom, right at the shoreline.
Sarge wants to know if you use the lanterns in your house yet.
Well, Lake Erie's pretty shallow. It's the shallowest of the lakes.
That's right. Oh yeah, Uperlite stones. That's bad. That's right, Sarge. Uperlites.
Upers,
Uper.
that's people from the Upper Peninsula. Upers.
It's a rock, huh?
They're the rocks that glow in the dark.
Okay.
Ultraviolet. You walk along the beach or whatever by rocky shore, and they just shine your ultraviolet flashlight, and this thing jumps out at you. They look really cool.
I remember at a certain time of the year, that we'd have the phosphorus would come on the cape. And you'd be stomping
Oh
along. and
yeah,
Every time your feet would hit the ground, it would flash.
glow. It would glow.
Yeah, and then usually it was in August, when the surf was coming, you look at the top of the surf, and you could see it glowing, the green glow. You know, all the little phosphorus, whatever the fuck they were, they were little tiny.
Little animals, right? It's like
Algae.
Yeah, but they would come in everywhere, man. They'd be all in like, especially like the low tide sand, you know, at nighttime, we were always hanging on the beach. But you'd be walking home and just stomping along, and if you really slammed your foot down, it would glow when your foot hit. the
it's
ground.
like a firefly has a
Yeah,
luminescence
same
to it, right?
idea. Speaking of those, man, the fireflies are big up in Maine this year. I mean, a
They
shitload.
only last 2 weeks, apparently. They
Is
only
that
live
all?
about
Because
two
I was up
weeks
there. Maybe that's where, I was just happy to be there at firefly
at
season.
the right time, yeah.
Them fuckers were everywhere, man. I mean, so much so that at nighttime, it was like, damn, look at them all on the driveway. There was like fucking 30 of them, you know, in the driveway in the near woods when I went to shut off the generator. I was like, holy shit, look at them all.
Yeah, they come out, they do their thing, and then they're done.
Yeah, I guess.
or do they turn into something else?
Well, they mate, they do their thing, and then they go lay eggs and hatch again, and the whole thing repeats. Life cycle.
Bug's life, man.
The bugs, yeah, life of a
I
bug.
mean, you wanna find out about some bugs, man. Good God, if I can, one different kind of bug up there, then you can shake us.
Gotta get your light on to get your girl.
Fuck that, I fucking go out there, man. I try and cover myself every day with fucking bug spray, man. It's just like.
You
I
do?
hate it. I hate bug spray.
Bugs be gone, bugs be gone.
Otherwise, other than that, man, you're gonna be red as a fucking lobster from slapping yourself everywhere.
I
Well, you
I
just
went up
don't take a shower.
north on
Yeah,
Saturday. and a
take a
couple of
shower
mosquito bites.
after you get the bug spray off at the end of the fucking day. I'll tell you what, man, you go out in the morning, sit down on my nice deck that I
What the
built,
fucking
man.
Indians do?
Sun just come up, man.
What the
it's
fuck did the Indians
beautiful.
do before us?
And you
They
take a
never
sip of
fucking-
coffee, and
Wait,
it's like all of a sudden, bzzz, and then you see a couple of floaters around. You look down, there's three of them landing on your leg and shit, man. It's like, fuck this, man. I go get some fucking cutter, man. I put some cutter on, man. And those motherfuckers come right up to you. And they turn around. And they turn around, man. Fuck that, man. That'll drive you shitty, man. I
I
tried
can
not
see it, like drive you nuts already.
I'll tell you what, man. You sit out there fucking 10 minutes, man. And they're just on you, man. They're up your nose, they're in your mouth, the fucking things are everywhere. And we spray a
Certain
lot.
time of the evening, right at dusk for about an hour.
Oh, and in the morning before the sun
Yeah,
comes up,
yeah,
like
yeah.
right at, dusk or whatever.
Yes, Sarge asked if you have a black light there, 7. We have a black light.
Hot glow too. Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. I know a guy who used to use that DEET shit, man. He would put some on his fucking socks and some on his fucking sleeves and shit, man. Because, oh, I don't let it touch my skin. I'm like, yeah, sure. But yeah, he had that 100% DEET. Yeah, we use we tried the citronella one. That shit fucking stinks, man.
A good portion of it's to do with like even as simple as your bath soap. What do you use
Oh,
for your
yeah.
bath soap?
Oh yeah,
You know, if you fucking make
But I'll
yourself
tell
smell
you what,
pretty,
man.
you're gonna be attracting bugs.
it doesn't matter, man. It don't matter what kind of soap you use. I don't know, maybe it's any
There's
kind
a
of
stuff
soap.
called Musco oil.
I'll tell you
Musco
what,
oil.
we use, I think I told you before, we buy garlic juice. It's 99% garlic juice, man, 1% water. And it stinks like a fucking Italian kitchen, man. But we put that in the fucking bug sprayer. And we spray around the fucking deck and all around the fucking plants and trees and shrubberies. All
Probably
around the
just
fucking
the
property.
citronella.
And it'll smell like an Italian kitchen for an hour or so, man. But it knocks the shit out of the fucking mosquitoes.
I say bats. Build bat houses. We'll put them around the trees in your property.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Bats, swallows.
Uh,
Ton of,
There's tons of dragonflies up there that eat the bugs, man, but the fucking woods are so thick, man, it's just, you can't keep up with it. You think you get all the fucking.
Build a bat house.
You think you get all the spots fucking cleaned up and shit, look there, right? And then you look beside the rock and some leaves will move out of the way and you look down there. And then there's a fucking big hole full of fucking water and there's a fucking mosquito nest in that motherfucker,
Right.
It's just, I just saw that.
That's right.
It's everywhere, man. And it doesn't matter, man. Once the mosquitoes go away, then the fucking deer flies are there. And the deer flies are fucking worse. Those motherfuckers.
Right, yeah.
My wife come back from the dock the other day. She's mad as a fucking wet hen, man. She goes, this fucking bug followed me all the way down to the fucking dock, all the way to the fucking boat, all the way fucking back. And she goes, I finally shook him off when I ran in the house. He couldn't keep up with me. She goes, the fucking thing was buzzing around my head. The fucking whole time, man. I'm like, those things they'll drive you fucking nuts, man.
oh, yeah, yeah.
They really do, man. They're like little fucking jet planes that are only about that big, But oh man, they fucking drive you crazy.
If your blood type is O plus negative, I guess, or plus. And yeah.
I wonder if my son Charlie is, because when he was a little kid, we still joke about it now, man. He was just like 3. And I remember we were up in the lot in Maine. We just had the camper up there. And the woods were even worse back then, But he would get eaten alive, man. I mean, them fucking bugs. But he comes up one day and he's like, Dad, these bugitos are really fucking bothering me. Because he didn't know, he kept hearing us say mosquitoes, but he just,
It's just cute.
but he said, these bugitos are really bugging me, Dad. And I'm like, and the poor kid, he had fucking hundreds of mosquito bites on him, man. And we'd have him covered with fucking shit, and it just didn't matter, man. Poor kid.
Heavy rain. Pretty sure the winter closing.
But yeah, man, if you don't like bugs, that ain't the place to go, man.
Check.
I don't like them. Man, but I have, resigned myself to the fact that in mosquito season, you got to use the bug spray, and it's not much longer. They'll be gone pretty soon. The humid weather keeps them around even longer, you know. Citronella plants, how lovely. I'll try that.
I've heard citronella before.
Oh, yeah, we have the citronella candles and shit, you know, we used to use them out on the picnic table and stuff.
That's a,
They work. But what happens inevitably is somebody fucks around with it and tips it over or spills the wax on it. It's usually me. But I'll blame the kids. Wasn't me, honey. I wouldn't do that.
Just buy the Perithian straight. Mix it up in your yard sprayer, spray your yard with it. That's what's in citronella.
Every garden center has some, eh?
I haven't had too many mosquitoes around here. But I'm keeping my lawn pretty well mowed.
Right close to the lake. A lot of.
How are
a
you
lot
for
of
ticks?
moisture there.
You have a lot of ticks out there?
Not that I've seen, but again, I keep my yard well mowed. I don't know about next door where they got shit over there.
We are overrun with ticks here and ticks up in Maine also. I pulled one off the side of the fucking dog today, a little fuck swelled up to about the fucking almost a half an inch, a little fat fuck.
We have our dog on now, the pills there. I don't know,
Oh, yeah.
supposed to do everything, you know?
Yeah.
Bandage.
They don't repel mosquitoes though.
No, they don't.
That's why I use the drops. I use the Perithian drops, the regular canine advantage.
What's up, Sindor?
Like I was saying, I don't think there's been too many mosquitoes around here. What's in doing?
It's not too bad if you go out until you go out in the woods. It's been pretty dry here though.
Right. Right. Yes, but we've had a lot of rain. You know, last month. A lot of fucking rain, so.
Not here. Not a lot.
Till the last couple of days. Rain. Well, in some spots it's rained here almost every day. Some places hadn't rained at all.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, it's 9:30. I think I'm gonna call it a night.
Alrighty.
All right, all right.
Peace out, everybody.
See you.
All right, everybody.
Yeah. peace
See you
out,
Wild,
guys.
JC, Wobbly, Sindor, Sarge,
Howard, Midwest,
Cheers.
7,
everybody I missed.
Sarge, everybody in
Adios.
chat. Yeah. Name them all.
All right,
Good night, everybody.
BC,
good night.
Wobbly.
Hey,
Peace out.
we fights Friday night.
I think there probably is. I'm not sure. I didn't, I look on Friday morning. That's what I'll be able to tell you. So text me on noontime. I'll be able to tell you.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
See ya.
Peace out.
See ya.
Peace,
Peace.
guys.